lot of that power wire scared me a little bit. I didn't know I was that close to it. Changing the oxygen sensor, by the way. Now he told him that he had an overheating problem. He was wondering, could the oxygen sensor be causing that? Now to my knowledge, no. The oxygen sensor has nothing to do with the cooling system. So I always think that that's something else. But see, the thing is, I replaced his water pump back in, he said August. So now I don't know where he bought it from, but if it is a water pump, it could be a aftermarket water pump that could have caused the problem. If it is that, because he said he ain't got no leak. So I'm trying to really think what it could be. I know it ain't no oxygen sensor. It's gotta be crazy. Well, I'm scared of that power line. But he do got a code for it. Oxygen sensor. Bank 1 sensor 2. Oh no, I gotta check again. Oh wait, he got a 4-cylinder, so it's only a 1 bank, so yeah. But sensor 2 though, so should be a piece of cake. Alright, so I don't know where my other oxygen sensor socket is. The last time I used it was on that Durango. So I'm like, maybe I probably left it attached to the oxygen sensor because I don't see it in there. So I guess when I edit that video, I will see if I left that socket. That's kind of interesting. Somehow missed that. If I did, it's kind of crazy. It ain't that crazy though. I feel like it's easy to do. I might cut this wire because that socket is kind of annoying. First thing I'm gonna do is make sure that the new oxygen sensor plugs into it. You don't want to just cut it and then it don't even work. So just make sure before you do cut the wire that you can put the new one in there. Now I done made that mistake before. So that's what I'm saying. Oh, where you going? Alright, fits. We good. Need to cut this off. Just so I can fit the socket on here way easier. I don't really like this socket. That's why I don't really use it. Hopefully it's not that hard to come off, or I have to get something a little bigger. Should be good though. unplug it. First, I'm gonna put it in here so I don't get the. There we go. Now unplug it so you don't twist the wire. Alright. Tighten it up. See the cord be in the way. That's one way I like it. Just because of that. It ain't really bad, just the cord be in the way. So I'm making it fit. Alright. Good with that. Boom. Put this in there. Just like that. Job done. You only need one tool. Jack, and then this, of course. So I guess 2 tools. And after that, lower the car. Then we're gonna reset the check engine light. Then we can go. Right. Then after this, gotta go home, get ready, going to a car show in Atlanta. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that content coming soon on the YouTube. Can't wait to see what kind of cars I'm gonna see. Hopefully some interesting ones. And make sure y'all watch the video. Appreciate you. I'm trying to figure out how to make it. Trying to figure out how to make all my stuff a little more interesting for y'all to watch. Trying to do other than like car repairs. I don't mind doing car repairs at all, but you know, I just don't want to do one thing forever. I'm not a one thing forever kind of guy. I like to do everything, anything that I find interesting. You know, I don't want to limit myself to one thing. Because I can do a lot of things. I have, in my opinion, a great talent for having, I can do multiple things. I'm very skilled. All I gotta do is put my mind to it, and I can do it. Man, 368 miles. I miss seeing stuff like that. Having a truck. Man, I probably put $30 a day in my car. If I leave the house, it costs $30. It ain't that bad, but trust me, that stuff get expensive. But a car, fill up once a week, then it's only $40. Right, hopefully that check engine light don't come back on. Now with this overheating problem he said he have, so that might be something else, but he should be good now. I think he probably was just low on coolant. He said he added coolant. That could have been the problem. Alright. until the car show later.